currently talking to thing. Okay, I'm ready. Thank you. No. I'm dismantling some stuff. Alright, I'm good. Go ahead. Dude, this game's experience system is so, like, hard anyways. I'm not even surprised. Okay, I brought them all over here, so... What up? Lets you move around, doesn't it? In quests, it says to jump. I'm still running, getting all the enemies. Well, there's this like, there's the one that does the long range nuking, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm coming back around. You ready?
In this desert, in darkness, lying with a gun across his chest, pretending he's heartless. As the fire flashes in the sky, he was fragile and frozen. When the bullet took away his friend, but now he's somehow more broken. He's pulling his weapon to his side, loading it full of his goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. He's pulling his weapon to his side, loading it full of his goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. Sweating and shaking, lying with the hands across
Nice and spicy. I said nice and spicy. It's a nice and spicy combo. Give them the massive suck. Well, that was fast. Give me a sec. Alright. Dude, why don't we wait for like the actual enemies to be there? Yeah, but like we can go to another one, you can actually like test it out on actual enemies, you know? Hey, you ever watch? Have you ever watched Stranger Things? Well, it's a good show, and I'm just saying, if you ever on Netflix and you need something to watch, binge watch or whatever, just Stranger Things. It's pretty good. It's very nerd, very nerd friendly, but hey. Alright, just got these quests I got done. Dude, I'm becoming a master at mashing the space bar. I almost feel bad for the creators, all that like text they've had to write down to try and keep their game interesting, and we're just like skipping. Well, at least you can give the main story like some text, and I'll like listen to it, or I'll not listen to it. I'll read it. But it's like they're trying to like find an excuse to give you the side quest We don't need an excuse to have the side quest. Just give us the side quest. It's an MMO. We know how this works. Wait, what? Soul Walker? Soul Walker? Is this some new game that's coming out that I wasn't aware? So like alternate universe type, right? Dude, this is a great idea for a game. Do it, do the combo. Not as devastating as my combo. My highest combo? Well, I don't really do combos, I just do damage.
I've done everything as you say. I followed your rules without question.
Nah, you see what I do is my character has like a lot of single hit and stuff. Actually, that's not true. Let's see, my salvo. I don't do damage over time, I do straight hits. Like my smart salvo, basically all of my attacks do AoE. But they're all like attacks, they don't do any, like I only have like one move that does burn damage. Like damage over. Yeah. But mine's just like solid damage. Like this is my burn damage. Anyways, I can do some insane damage with this. That's what I'm saying. Without burn. I don't know what point I'm trying to get at. Basically. So imagine if we had a Haru with us. Think about that for a moment. Because the Haru gives the attack buffs, and she does that one air attack I've seen. That's like but yeah, we do insane damage together against groups. Like nothing's gonna survive us. We could probably take on those level 55. Yeah, but I'm saying. I mean, you can make an impromptu one, is all I know about, but I have no idea what Rift Arena is. I haven't checked it. I've never checked that one out. Yeah, we were talking about like this is like a do or die mission or something. If we get out of this. Well, I suppose if we die in this game, we're gonna have to play Soul Walker. Dude, I know. Wait, are you currently like? Oh, oh. Nice. You're watching cutscene. I'm not getting a cutscene for some reason. Oh, I know. But oh my gosh. Dude. Dude. That's like the ultimate grind right there. Like you could just grind anything with that. Have you never fought this game? But I thought you... Don't you have like another 55 characters? Oh. I'm thinking of somebody else. Whoa, I just got hit by... Oh yeah, so that isn't really the boss, it's actually... Yeah, my reaction exactly. Because he hit me with like some kind of like multi-hit. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah. That.
Show me how to lie, you're getting better all the time, and turning all against one isn't art that's hard to teach. Another clever word sets off an unsuspecting hurt, and as you step back in,
dude, stay out of that, dude. That like whirlwind attack he does. How many? What do you mean? Oh, I got S plus. Oh, I didn't look at it at all. I did not look at it. You know, it just occurred. These side quests that the kids give us, This is like the first time in history that children have been useful ever. Like that's the only inside quest in video games. Say, there's a way we can like listen to stuff together over Discord, right? You're like, cause dude, I'll tell you what, we need to listen to like some comedians or something like together. That guy's funny. Like, I don't know, whoever you find funny, I guess. That's what we need to do. Because I did that with one other guy and it was fun. Oh, I have 3 star cards. I might want to use those.
Find a very special way to close out this event, and I thought it would be great if I could tell an old story.
I have some Akasha like star cards or whatever. So I'm gonna like awaken some stuff, you know, or whatever the term is. Okay.
El Paso, Texas, give it up for Gabriel Iglesias!
Hi.
Thank you guys very, very much. Oh my God. Oh, I got chills. Look at. Thank you very much. Thank you. Woo. I missed you too. Siéntate, tío, siéntate. Oh my God. Somebody saw me running. Córrele, gordo, córrele, córrele. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, you guys. I know a lot of you are like, what took you so long to come back to El Paso? I don't have a good excuse, but I hope this makes up for it. Man, I have some history in this town. Been coming here since July.
Alright, I'm gonna mess with my Akasha skills.
Yeah? Used to perform on the west side of town over at Bart Reed's comic strip. I was here on my 21st birthday. I'll never forget. I'll never forget it. And that's the last time I drank in El Paso. You guys don't mess around. It was my birthday. I'm hanging out at the club, and they're like, it's your birthday. I'm like, it's my birthday. You want a drink? Sure. So I started drinking and drinking and drinking, and then the staff was like, do you want a party? I was like, I want a party. You want to dance? I want to dance. I passed out and I woke up at some place called the OP. Now see, you guys are clapping and you're laughing because you know. I didn't know it was an alternative nightclub. I'm from LA. I thought OP stood for Órale pues. And that is a messed up way to sober up. You know, I'm at the club, I'm dancing, you know. Hey. Hey. Hey! There was a little guy behind me going, Pikachu! Yo también soy Pokemon. No! But it was kind of crazy. I was getting checked out by guys. I was like, oh my God. And I know they were checking me out because they're looking at me like I look at tacos. But then I thought about it. Oh my God, I just turned on a man. Shoot. Man, I call my girlfriend. I say, you better not mess up. I have options. I have a memory. A few years back, I was doing a show at the comic strip, and my idol, Mr. Paul Rodriguez, was in town doing a benefit.
So I have some nice Akasha skills now.
Hey, listen. I'm
Got
doing
them budget skills, you know.
I'm gonna come down there and I wanna do some shots.
So check this out. I don't know what they do
All right, get in the
but
car. Let's go.
I go, where are we going?
We're going to Juarez.
Juarez, let's eat some tacos here.
I can't afford you here.
did I
Let's go to the other
actually push
side.
1 second?
So we wind up on the other side and we wound up killing some tacos and, you know, we wound up crossing the border. And when we crossed the border, it was a few months after I taped a bunch of water commercials here. You guys remember the water commercials? And then they pulled me off the advertising because they said I was too fat to sell water. Whatever. So we're crossing the border and immigration was right there and they're checking the cars and we're in a blue van. My buddy Jim was sitting over there was driving. And Border Patrol comes over to the window and he opens the door and he sees me. He goes, oh my God, it's you. You're hysterical. And I go, what do you think of this guy? And Paul was like, hey, what's up? And the guy was like, oh my God. And so we wound up taking pictures at the border. And it was so funny because we're outside the car and we're pretending to be arrested, right? People are driving by going, let Paul Rodriguez and Pikachu go. They're American, puto. Let them go. It's priceless. We crossed the border and Paul's like, hey, I want to go hang out and have a good time. He went to this place off the 10 called Jaguars. It's a male, you know, gentleman's club, whatever you want to call it. So we go in there and I'm like, oh my God. As soon as we walked in, I'm thinking Paul's going to be all, you know, shh, I don't want nobody to know I'm here. Goes over to the DJ and the DJ's like, all right, ladies, look who just walked in, Paul Rodriguez. All of a sudden, there's like 32 lap dances that stop like that. And all these girls, they bum rush Paul and I'm like, wow, I got to get funnier. So we're hanging out there for a couple hours. All
right, I'm bringing them back around.
Lot, and this girl jumped into the car and she's like, oh my God, Paul Rodriguez, I love you. My mom is a huge fan too. Here, please, please, please. And
Whatever you want, you're okay. Ven para acá. Come here, come here.
Here, please talk to her on the phone.
I have them all.
He looks at me in the front seat and he goes,
Hey, tú, Iglesias. Here, be me.
He put me on the phone with the girl's mom. I'm like,
hey, señora, how you doing? Yeah, you know, your daughter, she's a real
See
angel.
that damage right there?
That's what they call her here.
Yeah, man, I love Paul. Like I said, Paul's one of the main reasons why I got into comedy. And he used to mess with me a lot. Trust me, in my last special, I talked about how I had a Volkswagen Beetle. It was a true story. I really had a Beetle. And I got rid of it because I got tired of the fat jokes. When you're a fluffy guy and you have a little car and all of your friends are professional comedians, oh, they'll make you cry. Paul especially.
How the hell did you manage to squeeze inside of that? No, hombre, I have never seen a car expand before while someone was inside of it. How do you get a stretch mark on the windshield? That's what I want to know. When you fart, does it go faster?
One after another after another. I'm like, oh my God. And you know what it is? It's karma. Because 10 years ago, I did a joke about Paul Rodriguez on TV. I used to be on a show on the Nickelodeon network called All That. Some of you remember? Yeah? That was me, a lot smaller. I was only 2X's. I was a 2X, yeah. Anyway, as soon as the TV show season was over, they gave all the cast members gifts. They gave this one girl TV, this one kid a DVD collection. Since I was the only one who had his own car, they gave me a car alarm with a remote start to it. A lot of cars have those now, but think back 10 years ago, there was only a few that had the... My friends went, "Where'd you get that?" I looked at him and I said, "Nickelodeon." That's bad. I go to show it off to everybody. I showed my mom. I said, "Mom, go to the car. I got to use the bathroom. I left you a present." "Oh, a present, okay." So she goes to the car, and I started the car from the kitchen. El diablo! El diablo! El diablo!
Oh, I've heard this
I had to
one.
run outside. Mom, it's not the devil. Look at, look at, look at. Nickelodeon. Oh my God, mijo. Oh my God, you scared me. Me sacaste un pedo, mijo. Oh my God, mira, smell, 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 mijo, smell. I wind up doing a show in Hollywood at a comedy club, and I'm working with my idol, with Paul Rodriguez. As soon as the show was over, we go, we're walking out the door, and he walks up to me and he says, "You know, I like the whole fluffy thing you do. It's catchy, sounds cute, keep eating." We walk outside, and my car is parked there first because I showed up late. So, my car's right there, and Paul walks by. "All right, take it easy." He walks right in front of my car, and my friend goes, "Dude, show him your car. Show him Nickelodeon." And I couldn't help it, freaking. "Hey, hijo de la chi, what the hell? What is this?" "Paul, Nickelodeon." "Hombre, cabrón, pinche fluffy, you gave me a heart attack. You take it easy." Valet brings his car around, a brand new Porsche 911. The car was nice. He pulls up, and Valet gives him the keys. He turns around and looks at me. "Hey, tú, Fluffy, check it out." I'm like, "Whatever, it's not Nickelodeon." The door pops open. Trunk. "I'm not through yet." Chup, chup. HBO. A lot has changed, El Paso. A lot has changed. One thing's for sure, I'm still the fluffy guy. And I say fluffy because that is the politically correct term. For those of you that don't remember, I used to say that there were 5 levels of fatness. Reason why I say used to say is because now there are 6. I met the new one in Las Cruces. The original 5 levels are big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn. People ask, what could be bigger than damn? The new level's called, oh, hell no. What's the difference? You're still willing to work with level 5. Example, if you're on an elevator and you're with your friend and this really big guy gets on and you and your friend look at each other and you're like, damn. But you still let the big guy ride your elevator. That's the difference. Level 6, you see walking towards your elevator. Oh, hell no. That's the difference. The guy that I met was 6'8", 614 pounds. Oh, hell no. And he was offended at my show. Not by anything that I said, but because of the fact that now at the shows, I started selling t-shirts. And apparently, I didn't have his size. Keep in mind, I go all the way up to 5X on the t-shirts. And he was like, you don't have my size. I was like, dude, I didn't know they made you. I have up to 5X. I don't have X. The picture of a dinosaur on the back of the tag, you know? No. And by the way, you guys, I want to let you know now, here in this theater and all over the world, wherever anybody's watching this special, if you ever see me in public, either at a restaurant or at a hotel or anywhere, and you want to stop me and say hello or take a picture or anything, please, I welcome it, and it's an honor if you were to do that. I do not mind at all. Stop me anytime you want. I'm the same person. The same guy.
I would say that.
Seriously, the same guy you see now is the same guy you'd see outside. I don't change, you know. You're not going to walk up and go, Gabriel, can I talk to you? I'm not going to be like, be gone from me. Gabriel is my stage name. I'm not even Mexican, I'm Scandinavian. No, trust me, I'm the same pendejo you'll see outside. I don't mind. I love it, you guys. Trust me, you guys make it possible for me to have an incredible life and take care of my family. So I'm all for it. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Trust me, right now, it's so crazy because I'm still adjusting to people walking up to me. I'm checking into the hotel, and they already knew me, which was crazy. I go like, hi, I'm checking in. Here's your key, sir. But, we know it's you, sir. I'm like,
Dude, listen, I'm trying to stay alive.
I think that's awesome. I needed that like 6 years ago. One time I was trying to check into a hotel in Chicago at 1 o'clock in the morning because I missed my flight. Nobody's at the front desk, just a little bell and a sign that said ring for service. So there I am. Ching, 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 ching.
Yeah, there,
All
dude.
of a sudden, I heard this. I hit a bell. All
Yeah,
of a sudden,
this
lady
one,
came
this
out,
one's
dude.
fun.
Are you the one ringing that damn bell? What the hell you want? I'm checking in. You know what time it is? It's tomorrow. I know, I missed my flight. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just got like 4 yellow.
What's going on out there? Girl, you gotta see this. I got a big-ass Mexican showing up late as hell.
Dude.
Okay. What's your name? My name is Gabriel Iglesias. Iglesias. Yes, Iglesias. Okay, Iglesias. Okay, E-G-L. No. It's Iglesias with an I. With an I? But you said Iglesias. You didn't say Iglesias. You said Iglesias. It's Iglesias with an I. Mm-hmm. Whatever you say, it's your damn name, okay? Mr. Iglesias with an I.
Dude, I got like a
No, that's bad for
1592.
you. Oh, this right here? My
Level
grandmama lived to be 100
32.
years old. Smoking?
6% XP.
Okay.
It's plus 4.
Okay,
It's
I found
plus
you in the
4.
system. I got you for 2 nights, full-size bed, non-smoking. I requested a queen-size bed. And you would have got a queen if you'd have been here yesterday.
At the time, it was
but it's
amazing
tomorrow and you're
when I
lucky
got
I'm
it.
talking to you.
So,
Mr. Iglesias,
and also plus 6
What's the I
experience, so I'm
stand
gonna be
for? I
having
need
it
a bigger
for.
bed. What's going on out there? Girl, you gotta
Yeah.
see this. Nacho Libre is tripping. Whatever. Give me a hard time. A lot has changed though, man. For those of you that don't know by now, I finally became a dad. Yeah. Thank you.
Just put it in the guild.
Hell yeah. He's 10. Surprised me too. Yeah, they found me. And it's not what you think. I didn't discover that I had a lost child. It's just that I hooked up with a beautiful woman who had a pre-started family. So basically, I became a stepfather. You know, I just took over the payments. Best part for me is that my new son
Dude,
looks exactly like me.
check out this weapon
He's
I'm gonna be
floating,
putting
too.
in the guild thing.
10 years old, 162 pounds.
It's for Haru.
Yeah, he's a little damn. And he's the
Look at
cutest kid.
that.
You talk to him, his name is Frankie. He's like, Frankie, what do you like to do? I I like microwave burritos and PlayStation.
Oh, hey.
Me too.
I got
Only
this.
problem is he wakes up early, 5 o'clock every morning. Gabriel! What? I'm hungry. Me too, make something. And he does. I can hear him in the kitchen making Hot Pockets, you know, freaking. And he opens the door and doesn't close it, and the whole house freaking. Oh. Hot Pocket.
Okay, let me dismantle some items.
Oh my God. And he's so cute because right now he's going through puberty, and I think it's hysterical. His mom doesn't think so. She's like, no. I go, yeah. I caught him checking out a girl. How do you know? I was looking at her too. She was hot. And I told my girl, I said, baby, don't worry. If he has any questions, I'll be the man. I'll take care of him.
Bro, that's the best for you.
I went through puberty at 10. And she's like, oh, thank you. I said, don't worry. I took care of it, you know.
Holy crap, I could put all these items in the guild.
I understand. Plus, I had cable, so it was hardcore, you know. You know, what's the difference now? Is that now you can program channels not to work. You couldn't do that 20 years ago. You couldn't block a kid unless you stayed
Bro, I'm just gonna throw these all in.
My mom knocked out at 10, and right around 11:45.
The following program has not been rated by the Motion Picture Association of America due to its graphic sexual content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Bro.
I was 10 years old.
This is like a charity, my dude.
I'm sitting on that couch all of a sudden.
Alright, I'm ready. Nice.
Are you ready? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm done.
And you know what's crazy is I know what's happening at my house now. Because one night I heard,
Yeah.
Of what?
what's he doing? Becoming a man. And I was curious. I'm like, I wonder what he's watching. So I started flipping through my channels, trying to find something that would spark interest. Sure enough, he's watching Cinemax. Uh-huh. And I know that's what he's watching. That guy's clapping. Hell yeah.
Cochino.
Yeah, I know. I know that's what he's watching. Because out of my TV, I'm getting direct sound. And then I'm getting like a little delayed echo down the hall. You know, so it's like, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him the next morning. I said, what were you doing last night? I was playing Nintendo. Yeah, whatever. You're playing Wii.
Oh.
He's like, whatever, dude. Anyway, I was up here the whole front row. You guys were like,
It smells like carnitas.
That
It
is
smells delicious.
a very
big guys, I don't know what it is.
solid
When we
weapon.
get hot, we smell like food. We should have our own cologne, huh?
From the makers of Tres Leches.
Nah.
Smell.
Taco.
I'm a dork, I know. People ask me about the voices all the time. They're like, do you do that just on stage or do you do that in public too? Like, no, of course I do the voices in public. I have to make myself laugh. You know, I like doing the voices in places where people can't see me. Like drive-thrus. Oh, I'm evil at a drive-thru, man, except the one by my house because they know me.
Yeah.
I mean, they really know me. I could show up at 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, you know. Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Pull up.
Yeah, I know.
I did an order. Gabriel, pull up.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Whatever. Other places I've had fun, IHOP. Look at some of you, IHOP? Yeah, let me explain this one. Next time you go to an IHOP, look for the podium. Usually on the weekends, they'll have the podium set up right at the front door. And when you walk in, they'll have a host, and they'll ask you, how many in your party? And you tell them 2, 3, 4, whatever the case. And then when it's time for your seats, they'll call you with the little freaking, they got the microphone on the side of the wall, and they'll go,
Paging party of 4. Paging party of
Dude.
4. Now serving.
I'm just saving
when
my
that party
gold.
walked away, I grabbed her microphone and I said,
Paging Mexican party of 47. Mexican party of 47. Now serving.
and the whole restaurant was like, all the guys in the kitchen, orale, way!
Oh, did you?
Hell yeah. I love IHOP. I go too much, you guys. I was at an IHOP one time.
Dude, I can't
during
believe
the
you're
earthquake.
baked right now.
Wasn't a big one. It
I
was
can't
enough
believe
to
you're
feel it,
baked
but
right
not
now. You
freak
sound
out,
so
I
casual.
live in California, so we get them a lot. But if you're not used to that, you're like, earthquake, and I'm sitting there.
Yeah,
I just wrote it out.
it does. You sound like you're normal you. And people at my school, I sound high 100% of the time, just like the way I talk. Do I sound like I'm
Freaking
high?
earthquakes, man.
Do
You
you?
gotta choose which one you want, Do you want earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, fires, floods? I live in California. I'll take the earthquakes.
No, but I
You
have
can
been
sleep through
before.
'em, And then whenever they happen, you never believe it's an earthquake. You're like, is it an earthquake or a big truck?
No.
Seriously, you'd be like, oh. Oh my God. Smell. Oh. But seriously, you can go to work and people are talking about how they were sleeping, Did you feel that tremor last night? You can't sleep through a tornado or a hurricane. And I said that down south, and people were like, yeah, you can. If it hits your house. I've never seen that interview, Sir, what happened to your home?
I don't know what happened, see. I woke up this morning, and this son bitch was flipped over. That's the darndest thing. I got a truck in the tree, my dog is down the street, I can't find my wife, but that's for a whole nother reason altogether.
Yeah.
I was asleep.
Sir, you were asleep?
Damn right I was asleep. I got me one of them Tempur-Pedics over there. Get her
Oh, that's
down.
good.
That's what I'm saying right there.
I love that impression, you guys. I love doing that. Every time I do it, somebody's like, hey, that's the redneck cable guy. Mexicans, be careful, because we have rednecks too. We do, and they sound exactly like the white ones. You guys are all quiet, huh? You don't believe me? Watch this. White redneck,
I tell you what,
Mexican redneck.
¿sabes qué, güey?
White redneck,
Ding, 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 ding.
Mexican redneck, we put words and moves to that.
Bailamos con el tuca, bailamos con el bailamos con el tuca, 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 tuca.
Ahoy! Same guy. So be careful, man.
What?
I had to take it easy with the voices once I got with my girlfriend. She used to think it was cute,
What
but then,
is?
I scared her. One night we're in the room and she's like, ooh, what are you gonna do?
Dude, that looks
I
so
was like,
dank.
You're gonna get it.
Stop doing that! We used to roll
Yeah,
together. We
actually,
used to
it
play
looks
White
like-
House. Oh, that was so much fun.
That
back in
looks
the
pretty
day.
chill.
I'd wake her up at 3 in the morning. She's like, who is it? I was like, you know who it is.
Ay, señor, I don't speak English.
Hell yeah. That's about as political as I get now, you guys. Things change. People ask me, do you get political? I'm like, no, not really. What's your take on Barack? I'm like, well, he's a lot smarter than the last one, that's for sure. I love his ass, man. Some people didn't want Barack in office only because he was black. And I'm like, how retarded? Come on, you guys. He's Barack. He's not Snoop Dogg. It's not like he's going to come out, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. Here we go again. Mr. President, Mr. President. Yeah! No. Anyways, that's as far as I'll go with that.
He said he wasn't gonna get it political.
Yeah, I know. Gotta change it up, you guys. A lot of things are changing. A lot. Got the relationship now. It's going good. I love my girlfriend. She's here in the house tonight, too. It's awesome. We rarely fight. And I think that's so freaking cool. And I know why. It's because I do this for a living. And she knows whatever we argue about will eventually end up right here. It slows her down. You ought to see her.
You know what I think?
Go ahead. Say it. Say it. Yeah. The only problem I have with my girl sometimes are her friends. I don't like her friends because they're haters. They are. Look at the guys clapping. Yeah, I know, man. It sucks. Every time I leave the house and I go out of town for the weekend, they show up and they start throwing little monkey wrenches in there, you know.
So, he's not here? Where is he? How come you're not with him? What's the story? What's the deal? How long have you been together now? You're not engaged? You're not married? What's up? Is he gonna adopt Frankie? What's the word? What's going on? How come you don't have a ring? Norma has a ring and she's a puta. How come you don't have a ring?
So, I'll get these messed up phone calls at like 2 in the morning when I'm on the road, right? Hello? Baby? Yeah? Are you okay?
Oh, you.
Nothing. I'm just here at the house watching Cheaters. Great. Oh, wow. Did you see that? I almost fell. Woo. If I fall now, show's over. Oh, God. Yeah, there'll be people outside. We're standing here live in front of the Plaza Theater where authorities believe Fluffy lost control. 7 people were reported injured, 3 were rushed to the hospital. Authorities had this to say. Damn! Thank you. Yeah, they'll be interviewing people. Man, what happened?
It got dark.
Sir, what did you see?
Okay, let's do this on Maniac next time.
Se cayó Pikachu.
Yeah, I know.
He fell.
But no, anyways, let me finish to tell you what happened. So my girl started tripping out, and I started getting these weird phone calls. Finally, I got tired of it. I said, you know what? I don't
Dude,
need
I'm
this
pretty
anymore.
sure
I don't
on
need it.
Maniac,
From
all
now
those
on, when
like
I take off on the
4
road,
dudes
no more phone
around
calls.
the thing
Like that, yeah.
drop
Are you here by
a
yourself?
separate item each.
Whatever, dude. Anyway.
So that's
Here's
why
the
I
thing.
got like
took my girl to
insane
the
drops
Apple
that
store,
time.
and I got her an iPhone. I got my cell phone, and I said, from now on, we're texting each other. And believe it or not, she was cool with that. Because anytime she would send me a text, I would reply like that. I could be anywhere. Freaking in the bathroom, freaking cling. What are you doing?
Happy hour,
I'm
20%
blowing it
more
up.
soul cash.
I love you, Sam. And she'd reply, oh
What
my
does that
God,
even
me
mean?
too, I love you. It sounds so stupid, but it was working out perfectly until one night I got drunk. Oh, you want to hear this? You want to hear this? So check this out. I'm leaving a comedy club in San Jose, California, and I'm walking
I'm
back
ready.
to my hotel room, which is 1 block away.
By the way,
As I'm
I
walking,
can.
I pass in front of this bar on the corner called
Never mind.
Cine Bar. It's got all kinds of
I was
cinema,
saying, I
movies,
saw that
and it
Manic
looks
Replay
cool.
Witch Hunt
I'm walking
thing.
in front, and there are people in that bar that just left my show. So I walk in front,
That's
and I
weird.
heard, Fluffy! Hey, let me buy you a shot! I was like, well, you know, I don't want to be rude. Can't have that, right? So I walked in. I said, what's it? You know, I'm on my way back to my room. I'll just do a couple shots, whatever. So, you know, 1 shot, and then somebody, me too. All right, me too. Vámonos, let's do it. Me 3, me 4. 15 shots of tequila later. It occurs to me, I think I should go. I start walking towards the door. I took 3 steps. The cold air hit me. I got dizzy and I fell. Hard. I know I fell hard because when I hit the ground, I farted. Oh my God, I farted! My buddy Martin ran over and he helped me up off the ground. You okay, Gabriel? Okay. We stumble back to the hotel room. I sit down in the lobby and I'm just like, are you okay, Gabriel? I'm okay, man. Where's my phone? I gotta let my girl know I'm okay. You're holding it. Oh, thank you, Martin. I love you. I love you. You're a good friend, man. You're a good friend. He goes, what are you doing? I'm gonna text. Dude, just call her. No! If I call her, she's gonna know something's up. I'm gonna text her, watch. Baby, I made it back to the hotel. I love you. Kissy face. Send. Cling. How did it go? I farted. I shouldn't tell her that, huh, Martin? Okay. It went good. Send. Cling. What did you do after your show? Oh, here we go. My buddy Martin is like, Gabriel, man, Gabriel, don't tell her you're at a bar getting drunk, man. Don't tell her. Martin, I have to tell her the truth, bro. We're cool like that, man. I could talk to her. I could tell her anything, man. She's not like your old lady, you know. Tripping all the time. Hey, Martin, take the pictures of the cochina off the internet. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Forgive me, bro. Gabriel, lie. I can't lie, man. Lie. I can't lie. Are you that honest? No, I just won't remember the lie. Why get in trouble 2 times for the same stupid thing? You know what I'm saying, bro? So I sent the message. Baby, I made it. Oh, delete. Baby, I went next door with Martin to Cine Bar. Had a nice time. Kissy face, kissy face. Kissy face. Cling. Lucky you. Wish I could have been there with you. Tell Martin I said hi. I love you. Oh my God. Martin, I just told my girlfriend I was at a bar with you and she didn't get mad. What the hell is she doing? Man, she told me to tell you hi. She don't even like you. So I scrolled back to read what she read, and apparently my stupid iPhone has this memory spell check feature, and it didn't recognize the word Cine Bar. It flipped it and turned it into Cinnabon. So apparently at 10 o'clock at night, my girlfriend thought I was having cinnamon rolls with my friend Martin, which normally would sound like an ugly lie, but considering her boyfriend is known as the fluffy guy who loves chocolate cake, it sounds real. I was like, oh my God, Martin, check it out. My iPhone lied for me. I love you, iPhone. BlackBerry can't do that. A month later, my girlfriend heard me tell the story, and she's like, that's a funny joke. I go, it really happened. How come you didn't tell me? I said, the phone didn't let me. And her friends are right there.
See, he's out there getting wasted, sending you messed up texts.
Whatever, shut up, haters. Like, well, yeah, a lot of things are going on. In the house here tonight, you guys, I'm very happy she was able to make it. A lot has been going on. My mom, once again, here at my special, was in here. Where you at, Ma? No, you're out here. Oh, there she is.
Crap, do I have to like level up my Akasha
Andale.
cards?
She almost didn't make it here
How do I
tonight,
do
you
it?
guys. Almost. A month ago, my mom got admitted to the hospital. She got a little sick. Somebody forgot to take their medication.
I don't need it. ¿Pa qué? ¿Pa qué necesito?
Yeah, remember that? Remember that, right? Anyway, Ma, sorry, I have to throw it at her so she makes sure she takes her medicine. Gotta give my little shout outs right now. Right here in the front row, you guys, if anybody saw my last DVD in the bonus features, this gentleman right here, Fred Franco, has attended over 250
Bro, if I combined
of my
my
shows.
burn skill with
Over
your burn skill,
250 of my shows. In about 5 or 6
that's
different
like
states.
broken, dude.
At first, my girlfriend was like, psycho! But he's not. He's cool. We've hung out with him. He's one of the greatest fans ever, and so I have to give him his props. You know, he took some time off of work to come out here.
I have, I
So thank
think,
you, Freddie. Yeah. Cabrón, you're die hard. Please don't ever turn psycho, please. Because I have some psychos out there. They'll show up and they'll hang out by the car. Gabriel.
hey, don't go to the next one.
It's funny because this is my third special. In the last special that I did,
Hidden Quest.
I did a bunch of references to police officers. And They weren't exactly flattering references or jokes. You know, I was just kind of like saying, you know, the whole donut thing. And apparently, they became fans in some weird way because I started getting phone calls to do police functions. In December, I had 5 Christmas parties. I got a phone call from my agent, and he's like, Gabe,
Wait,
check
what?
it out. CHP, California Highway Patrol, wants to hire you to do a
It's
show.
Nauman.
I go, really? What does it pay? They want you to donate your time. I think I'm busy.
Oh, that's nice.
They told me to let you know you have a warrant in the city of Fresno, California. I'm like, oh, they're good. So I did the show, and I'm going to tell you guys right now. It was one of the scariest shows I ever did. A room full of nothing but cops. Everybody's drinking a lot. And I'm scared because if they get ghetto, who do I call? You know, I got to go out in the parking lot and find some gang member. Hey, back me up. So the show went good. It went so good that they asked me to do another show in California, in San Diego, for the California Highway Patrol Border Division. And I tried to make up an excuse that my car wasn't working right. They said, no worries, we understand. They sent a patrol car to my house with a freaking uniformed officer, and I was like, oh my God. Best part was I didn't tell my family he was coming. Oh yeah, sometimes you have to create your own entertainment. It was hysterical. 5 o'clock rolled around, I'm like, he should be here any minute. Sure enough. Frankie! Frankie, can you get the door, please? Okay, Gabriel. So the door comes back, and he's got like, you know, he's like, Gabriel, the police are here. Why are you whispering? Because something's gonna happen. When he said that, I'm like, oh, I gotta freaking let him have it now, right? I said, oh my God, Frankie, they found me. What do you mean, Gabriel? I gotta go, Frankie. I gotta go take care of your mom for me, okay? I love you. I love you. No! I gotta go, Frankie. And I saw the officer. I said, pretend you're arresting me. I want to freak out my kid. No problem. Turn around and put your hands behind your back. I can't reach. Just hold my hand. Walk me to the car. Just walk me to the car. Come on, just walk me to the car. He doesn't know the difference, dude. Just walk me to the freaking car. Come on. I get to the cop car. He throws me in the back seat, right, and slams the door. And I ask him, is it okay if I yell out the window to freak out my kid? You want to use the microphone? Yeah! Freaking. Here you go, sir. And he hands me the microphone, and I said, Frankie, this is the police. We have your father. We're coming back for you in 1 hour. Do your homework. 1 minute later, my girlfriend calls me. You're an ass! What's he doing? He's doing his homework. That's called parenting, baby.
Bro, I love how that's supposed to be a hard boss.
He totally got even with me. I walked in the kitchen one morning. He's sitting there and he looks at me and he goes, Gabriel, I have a question for you. What's a hooker?
It seemed like he was like targeting
Where did you hear that? I was watching HBO.
Like, I was shooting him a bunch of those, so I don't get
Hookers
that.
at the Point. It said this Saturday at 11:30, check out all the hookers. What's that mean?
So wait, so your current state of mind is not impair your playing at all, does it?
You don't need to know. Tell me. Frankie, that's for adults. You said it was an adult. I said you eat like an adult. And what you do in the bathroom, you are grown up, trust me, but you don't need to know what a hooker is. He throws a fit in the kitchen. Hooker, 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 hooker. What are you doing? Hooker. He won't stop. I don't know what to do. So I snapped. Quit it! And he stopped. And apparently his mom heard that. And as soon as I yelled, oh my God, he went from being my son to my girlfriend's little cub once again. And here she comes from the other side of the house, mama lion to protect her little, you know. I can see her coming. Oh my God, he wants to know what a hooker is. And that's why you're yelling? Tears, right? You said if he had any questions, he could come to you. I didn't know he was gonna ask me that. You said, don't worry, baby, I'm the man, I'll take care of it. Tell him. Are you serious? Tell Frankie, you want to know what a hooker is?
Yeah.
Those are your mom's friends. They don't like me anyway. At least now when they come over the house. Frankie, who's at the door? Hookers are here. My buddies are like, what did he say? Happy birthday. Oh my God. Noticing we got a soldier in the front row, man. How you doing, bro? U.S. Army? Thanks for coming, man.
Well, what?
What's your name? I can see, yeah, I can read
I'm
the
talking to
letter.
Maverick right
What's
now.
your name? What's that? Ricardo. You're in El Paso. Ricardo, cabrón. Save Ricardo for over there, okay? Aquí, Ricardo, chingada. I want you to sound like you're in one of those novelas.
Who is it?
It's Ricardo.
Did you bring a pistola?
Sorry, man, I'm just giving you a tough time, man. But thank you for coming, man. Thank you for what you do. Seriously, bro. I did a tour recently called Around the World in 8 Days. We went to Iraq, Afghanistan, Germany, Turkey, Greenland, Alaska, and Los Angeles. They had to drop me off.
Oh, great. Now he wants me to talk to Meadow.
Iraq was crazy, guys.
Let's hope
When
it
you
doesn't,
land in
like,
Iraq, it's
make
not like
me
landing
depressed
here,
again.
You know, in El Paso, where the plane comes in. Over there, people take shots at the planes. So the plane comes in like this. Like that. And then at the last minute, caca. The whole plane smelled like chimichangas. It was terrible. Oh. That for me was one of the scariest shows of my life, man. I'm in Iraq, middle of the night, outside, no tent, pitch black, helicopter flying, and there's a spotlight on me. And I'm supposed to be funny, and I can hear him. And the crazy part is that I saw a sign that was very familiar. They have subways in Iraq. I was like, what is it? It's Subway. Oh my God! Ew! I got back to my room, they had the stupid commercial there too, in their language. Oh my God, I almost lost it. Same one, freaking, hale, 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 samdo. Hale, hale, hale. Oh my God, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. It's crazy, man. You know what was crazy, bro? When I was in Iraq, they wanted me to go to different bases, but they wouldn't let me go because they have to provide you with a helmet and a bulletproof vest. And apparently, the military does not have a big and tall. They put that 75-pound vest on me. It looked like a bulletproof bib. Like if somebody shoots my snack, I'm okay, you know? I always stop right here. I'm like, oh my God. No, 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 no. I think so. Oh, man. We flew into Korea. That threw me off a little bit, too. We go to check into the hotel, and it was kind of scary for me because the phone had a big sticker on it that said, do not discuss classified information. Someone is always listening. That's freaky because I'm calling my girl back home, right? Hello? Hey, baby. Oh, my God, where are you? I can't tell you. Oh my God, I'm so worried. Don't worry, baby, everything's cool. Oh my God, I miss you so much. Where are you? I can't tell you. So I'm trying to give her clues, right? Germany?
Now Robert wants to talk.
I'm kidding. Oh, thank God. I wish you were home. Why? If you were home right now, we'd be in the room. Really? What else? And we'd be laying on the bed. Check you out. All of a sudden, I heard a voice that said, what else would you do? Sorry, proceed, proceed. Blockers over there. But I enjoyed myself, you guys. I have a lot of fun. I made the reference to the police officers, and, you know, sometimes there's problems everywhere. Cops used to mess with me a lot. That's why I love getting recognized now. Now they're just like, oh, it's you. I'm like, oh. That wasn't the case 6 years ago. I did a theater show just like this one in the city of San Antonio. As soon as the show was over, San Antonio, ¿qué pasó? As soon as the show was over, you know, I'm hanging out in the lobby, taking pictures and stuff, and then we go outside, and I get stopped in front of the theater, in front of my own poster.
Now I gotta
How
talk
sad
to
is that? You know,
Toad.
freaking, what are you doing? Standing. You have any ID?
Oh, let's give me XP.
Keep going. All right. Oh, now, every chance I get to have fun with them, I will. Last time I got stopped, the cop came to the car all mean. You know why I stopped you? I looked at him with a straight face and I said, "'Cause I'm black." Hell yeah, man. What's up, player? He turned the flashlight on, you guys. Get the hell out of here, stupid. Yay, yay. Oh, and by the way, thank you to whoever brought the chocolate cakes in the back. I got them right before the show. Thank you very much. Very cool. Somebody brought
Talk
Chico's
to
tacos too. I thought
Benji.
that was great.
Oh, this guy.
Now, you guys here know what I'm talking about, but everybody that's watching at home, they're like, Chico's tacos, oh, what the hell is that? It's an El Paso tradition. If you come to El Paso,
Oh,
just
speak to
know
Benji
that
in
that's,
Baruco Town.
that's right here. That's, that's the tradition in El Paso. I ran into people in other places like Chicago and New York.
Oh, well.
Like, where you from? El Paso. And I say, Chico's Tacos. And they're like, oh. Like, wow, yeah, that's hardcore.
That's
It is the craziest
That's
food I've ever tried, you guys.
345,000 XP.
Craziest ever. Reason is they,
I
they
have
put
a
little
manic
taquitos, and there's
faceless
like a sauce,
also,
and
by the
pour
way.
it, and like the taquitos float and then it absorbs. And I never thought I'd see the day where I could drink a taco.
Okay. Well, I'll do the same, I guess.
Yeah. And you gotta have that at the end of the night. Don't try to freaking plan out events after going, They'll say, oh, we're gonna eat at Chico's and then go to the movies. No, don't do that, don't do that. You'll be sitting there like, hey, this is a good movie, huh? This is the one where Nicolas Cage comes out and... Anyway, he plays the bad guy in this movie and it turns out really good. Then all of a sudden... You're running by people. They're like, Chicos. An El Paso tradition.
I'm gonna grab some tea.
You know what's funny? Is that a year from now, there'll be people watching this all over the world. Just like the first DVDs in Canada, Australia, and Europe, this DVD will wind up somewhere in Australia. And there'll be people in Australia going, what the hell's Chico's? Froggy, we gotta go. We gotta see Chico's. You watch, man. People freaking out. I say, we must go try Chico's. It sounds splendid. Yes, it does. Drink a taco. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm going to try it. El Paso it is. Oh, man. But no, I got Chico's tacos and cakes. One night at one show, I received 11 chocolate cakes. And it was local, so I took them home.
Alright, I'm back.
And that is an argument that nobody in this building has ever had at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because you don't just walk into the house with 11 cakes. You make some noise, And I walk in with the last 2 cakes, and my girlfriend's in the kitchen, and she's like, what the hell is this? I'm trying to be cute. It's a bakery. Where did you get all this cake? I said, baby, the people at the show brought it. Are you gonna eat all of it? Eventually. I'm not gonna do it in one hit, freaking 2 hours later. Clear! How do you know someone isn't trying to poison you? With cake? Are you serious? It's like you live by the cake, you die by the cake, No.
Alright, I gotta go, dude.
So, we're going back and forth, right? We wake up Frankie, and Frankie walks into the kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's all, what's going on? Where did all the cake come from? The people at the show brought it. Tell them I said thank you. I'll tell them you said thank you, Frankie. Gabriel, how come they bring you cake? Because 10 years ago I did a joke where I said, I love chocolate cake. Now people bring me
too,
cake.
man.
You should say you love Transformers. I'll start doing it, all right? So my girl's like, baby, put Frankie to bed. I go, Frankie, you gotta go.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa!
2008. Just as impressive as his performance was the work he put in to get there. In preparation for the role, Ledger locked himself away in a hotel room for weeks, experimenting with voices and mannerisms, and documenting the Joker's thoughts and sketches in a diary. Its contents are a deep dive into the origins and mindset of the character and show Ledger's real dedication to the role. It's part journal, part psychopathic scrapbook, loaded with pictures of things like hyenas, clowns, and playing cards. In fact, it's been speculated that his laugh is an imitation of a hyena's. One of the creepiest entries is a list titled Things That Make Me Laugh, and includes AIDS, blind babies, landmines, and brunch. A major inspiration for the character seems to have been Alex from A Clockwork Orange, whose picture shows up multiple times. Alex's passion for ultra-violence can definitely be seen in the Joker, along with his signature Kubrick stare. Ledger himself, along with his family and friends, really seemed to think he had hit his stride with this role, breaking out of the pretty boy image he'd had in years prior. The last page features a haunting message. Bye-bye. Probably Heath Ledger's way of putting the difficult character behind him. As insane as the journal may seem, it was always from the Joker's point of view, not Ledger's. Tragically, he would die shortly before the movie was released. More than anything, this journal shows how deeply committed a great actor can be to a role, and it is a truly remarkable piece of movie history.
Oh,
Is it bad?
no, you look fine.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Right there, here he comes. Come over here. Dave! Dave! Coming here on shit. Right there, here he comes. Come over here. Dave! Dave! Coming here on shit.
Hey, what's up, my friend Calicanai here. And in a moment, I'm going to step into my office here at my home and pull out my...
I know. And he was brought up to be a prince. He's here giving away bums to everybody. Every side road going away from the city. Make sure that I don't say the wrong thing. So I need to know. Comedians, and there's 3 cars. And they pulled us off the plane. 4 hours later, Gabe, what? Ridiculous just called. Are you serious? I'm looking like that. I don't know, just, I just want you guys to know. It's been a fun ride, and I want you to understand a little bit more of what has happened over the years to get to this point. For the first, I'd say the first 10 years of my career, I was considered a Southwest comedian by promoters, meaning that they would only promote me in California, Arizona, Nevada, Texas, New Mexico. Nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing is that they were calling me a Southwest comedian, and then they call me Latino comedian, and I hated that. No woo, I hate that. I'll tell you why, and I know you have good intentions when you woo. Let me explain why I don't like that title. When you say Latino comedian, it makes it sound like I can only perform for Latinos, okay? And don't get me wrong, I know who I am and where I come from, but I believe that Latinos should be shared with everyone, and that's what I'm trying to do. And the reason why I make a big deal about that is because anybody else, you just call them their name. For example, Jerry Seinfeld. He's just Jerry Seinfeld. He's not Jewish comedian Jerry Seinfeld. Chris Rock is just Chris Rock. He's not African-American comedian Chris Rock. But with me, I was always Latino comedian or fat comic. Yeah, they wouldn't even call me Fluffy, those bastards. And so it wasn't until years and years of grinding it out that eventually I wound up meeting a promoter who eventually became my manager, who took a chance on me, and he promoted me in Minneapolis, Minnesota, okay? And you cannot get any whiter than Minneapolis, Minnesota. That is where the Howleys are built, okay? That is the Howley factory, okay? It's Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it was a venue about as big as this, and it was sold out. And word got back to Los Angeles and to New York and to all these promoters that there's this entertainer with the last name Iglesias who sold a bunch of tickets who was not Enrique. Next thing you know, promoters are coming out the woodwork. Now they're changing their tune. Now they're not calling me Latino comedian anymore. Now they're saying, oh, this guy's, he's funny across the board. He's crossover. He's so crossover. His material touches everyone. He's crossover. He's crossover. Really? You're going to call a Mexican crossover? It was getting worse. All I wanted to do was be given a chance to go out and perform and show what I could do and not have restrictions and titles and stuff put on. And it was very, very hard. And so, like I said, once I met my buddy who took care of me and became my manager, Joe Malaj,
talk about the wild ways they've killed and tortured their Sims. The methods ranged from fairly simple to a bit more intricate, but it's not like the millions of people who played The Sims went on to become psychopaths and killers. But for some reason, many shared the urge of wanting to cause extreme harm to our little characters. So why did we want to kill our Sims? In essence, curiosity. Adam Lobel, a game designer and member of the Netherlands Games for Emotional and Mental Health Lab, says it was all about exploration. The Sims offered people, particularly developing children and teens, a way to experiment with a different side of themselves, even if it meant hurting the Sims they cared about. Rachel Cowart, a board member of the Digital Games Research Association, explains why this shouldn't call for alarm. We have to keep in mind that our brains are very adept at differentiating between what's real and what's fictional. It's this separation that gives us things like the Reddit thread, "What's the worst thing you ever did in The Sims?" Redditor Nice Lemon would put one Sim in a tiny room with windows, a phone, and no door. They could call for pizza, but when it was delivered, all they could do was slowly starve while they watched the food go bad in front of them. Even the series' visionary creator Will Wright recognized this behavior as cathartic, stating that failures in the game are far more interesting than successes. Because no matter how perfect a world you would create, the game almost dared you to push boundaries with its open-ended toolbox. Playing out sadistic tendencies wasn't the point of the first game, but of course the developers noticed, and by the time The Sims 4 was released, they included all kinds of ridiculous ways to off your Sims, from embarrassment to rocket ships to laughter to even old people sex. Knowing so many people drowned, burned, and psychologically tortured their Sims may be daunting, but it was really the result of a safe space. Another Redditor mentioned that his sister kept a cemetery filled with the bodies of countless families in the backyard of a house. When a new family would move in, the ghost from the backyard would come out and scare them all to death, thus adding to the bodies in the backyard. The comment ends with this: "She was 10, by the way. She didn't become a psycho, though." What kind of terrible things did you do to your Sims? Let us know in the comments. A rocket just launched in Fortnite and opened time rifts that are now swallowing the map. The event was witnessed only by players logged on at exactly 10:30 a.m. Pacific time on Saturday, June 30th. At that precise time, the rocket took off and right before leaving the atmosphere, teleported throughout the map only to leave a crack in space and time. Why would Fortnite do something so astronomical with such sparse lead-up? Because this is just the beginning. The sweeping rifts left across the sky have been growing slowly in the days since, while smaller rifts have begun to pop up throughout the map, swallowing minor building parts. As of now, the major working theory is that the rifts are time portals, and with the end of Season 4, they'll open, either introducing new elements to the current game, or possibly leading to a new map. This seems especially promising, because just before the rocket launched, Epic's creative director, Donald Mustard, tweeted out, "Be excellent to each other," a clear reference to the 90s time travel comedy classic Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In the original trailer for Playground Mode, there were multiple references to historical settings, specifically in deserts. Ancient Egyptian allusions like the pyramid and a sphinx, plus an Old West-style high noon duel. These are obviously not from the same time periods, hinting that whatever comes of these portals could be a mix of themes from various times and dimensions. This is even further supported by a number of assets from various time periods found by data miners. And all of it points to one mysterious skin: the Visitor. The Visitor was introduced with the Blockbuster Challenge in June, and is said to have come from the capsule that sits in the center of Dusty Divot. One Reddit user posited that the Visitor took the rocket for a joyride, and that each portal jump the rocket experienced was the Visitor traveling to a different time period. On the final jump, however, the dimensional tear was too great to repair itself, which would explain its growth and the other portals opening. Theories like this are amazing, because not only has Fortnite managed to tell stories in a game that doesn't lend itself to narrative, but they've managed to include the entire community at the same time. No small feat considering the size of the player base. If Fortnite actually does start to include items and locations from throughout history, what time periods would you like to see represented? Do Do you think it's all about time travel at all?
The architect behind the exhaust ports on the Death Star. I know. What a stupid design flaw. You're single-handedly responsible for the destruction of our ultimate weapon. I've heard it all. I've gotten a lot of guff from my superiors since the Death Star blew up about my shoddy design. I've been force choked, force lightninged, regular choked more times than I can count. And all I can say in my defense is, are you serious? I mean, do you understand the point of exhaust ports? Do you know how much exhaust is created by a moon-sized battle station? It housed a laser that blew up planets. It needs a lot of ventilation. The fact that I was able to keep the exhaust ports to the size of a womp rat should earn me some goddamn respect around here. But let's talk about what actually happened. Some farm boy nobody shoots some bombs out of his X-Wing straight ahead, and they take a 90-degree turn downward and go exactly into the tiny exhaust port. They then travel miles in an insanely narrow pipe and hit the Death Star core. Anything seem weird to you about that? First of all, exhaust doesn't mean suck down, it means pushed out. That's what it is, expelling gas outward, as in not in a direction that would suck down a bomb. If anything, it should have pushed the bomb away. Wait, how did the bomb behave in a way that completely defies physics? Oh, I don't know. Oh, right, we live in a galaxy with magic space wizards. But Dak, all the magic space wizards were killed. Oh yeah, you're right, except the farm boy who made the shot just happened to be named Skywalker, as in Anakin Skywalker, the famous Jedi who mysteriously disappeared the same day Darth Vader showed up. The point being, maybe the exhaust port isn't to blame, because the shot was literally not possible unless you had magic powers. Maybe if someone would have told me to account for space wizards when designing the exhaust ports, we would still have a Death Star. Maybe you should be blaming Darth Vader, who couldn't shoot down some farm boy. Maybe you should all stop blaming the exhaust port, which actually did its f***ing job! Thank you.
You know, he brought up some good points. Maybe we should let him in on these plans for the new Death Star?
Ah, forget it. The guy's a hack. Anyways, about the X-Wing-sized hole that leads directly to the core. You think that should be Millennium Falcon-sized?
Oh, great thinking,
Genius,
Emperor.
yes.
Today in Nerd History!
Hey guys, it's Tony. A little while back, me and the Dorkly crew were perusing Reddit, I know, when we found a thread about conspiracy theories that seem believable. And while most were rather goofy, there was one that sounded so nuts up front, but started making more and more sense as time went on. What's that theory? That Disney produced the 2013 animated film Frozen as a means of burying search results for the urban legend that Walt Disney had cryogenically frozen his head. I know it sounds weird, but stick with me. It's gonna make a lot more sense. Now let's back things up a bit. In case you had not heard this urban legend that has plagued middle schools for the last several decades, it goes like this. Walt Disney, infamous eccentric and sometimes animator, had become obsessed with the idea of immortality. Unhappy with preserving just a slice of Americana in the form of Disneyland's Main Street USA, he began to fixate on the idea of having a slice of himself preserved for all time after death. His head, in particular. After death, he supposedly had his head popped off like the cap of an ice-cold Coca-Cola and stuck in the icebox deep underneath Pirates of the Caribbean, where his noggin would be cryogenically frozen until there came a time where he could be resuscitated to reclaim dominion over his several theme parks. Or possibly to don a robot suit and conquer humanity like a Wolfenstein 3D villain. Who's to say? There's only one problem with this urban legend, which is that none of it is true. There's not a terrible lot of hard evidence that our man Walt had active interest in cryonics. He was too busy relentlessly obsessing over the 2-decade construction of the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. So if you're gonna look for a place where he lives on after death, that might be your better bet. Most claims of Disney's headsicle can be traced back to shady, unauthorized biographies of Disney, such as Mark Elliott's Walt Disney, Hollywood's Dark Prince. As good as that title is, the content of these unauthorized biographies drew heavily on unsubstantiated word-of-mouth stories. There's one small grain of truth to the rumors, though. Bob Nelson, the former president of the Cryonic Society of California, claims that he had knowledge of Walt Disney's desire to partake in the freezing procedure, but he never actually did it. Or as Bob put the whole thing, Walt Disney wanted to be frozen. The truth is, Walt missed out. He never specified it in writing. I personally have seen his ashes. They're in Forest Lawn. 2 weeks later, we froze the first man. If Disney had been the first, it would have made headlines around the world and would have been a real shot in the arm for cryonics. So as much as we'd like to believe that Walt Disney had a top secret plan to burst forth from a pirate-themed ride in a 40-foot robot suit, it seems, a little bit unlikely. That didn't, however, stop it from becoming one of the most referenced urban legends of all time. Even if you've managed to miss the specifics, the rumors were so prevalent, you've probably experienced how they've disseminated into pop culture. Futurama, or Family Guy, or Fallout, and probably a bunch of other things that start with an F, are direct references to Disney's falsely frozen face. This rumor is pretty grisly and unsavory, especially when you consider that it's about the founder of a children's film company who shares the same name as the company. So it makes sense that the company would want to quash this rumor, no? But would they really go so far as to produce a major motion picture just to bury some urban legend? For the sake of argument and this video, yes. Here's another fact about Walt Disney. He was ferociously protective of his company and their image, and that's his real legacy. He believed Disney movies should inspire children, Disney toys should be safe and fun, and that Disney theme parks should be spaces of awe and wonder. This is the true Disney ethos, and it's important